My story is I have a close relationship with the church on the spiritual side because we have been in that church and in the leadership capacity for more than 40 years. My husband was former pastor of that church for 30 plus years, and my baby girl, Jan, is the successor, and she is my current pastor. After the demise of my husband, a lot of members just migrated away, and they were no longer at the church. So we became a very small, struggling congregation. Having the great love for the church, I decided, even though it was painful, I was going to stay there and recommit myself to the community and the church to try to see if we could be a beacon light on that corner to try to help the people. It's on 105 in St. Clair. And that is a poor neighborhood. And we have members that can contribute and some members that are non-contributors. So we're sort of like on the brink of financial problems. And when I was in search of a roof fixer, because everybody was like up against the wall. And I am the type of a person, I feel that the question unasked would never be answered. So you got to get out there and get into the stream of things, the mainstream of things, to try to find solutions. They just don't come and jump in your lap. So I contacted Bill, and he gave me 3 names. And Bill said, I think you should focus on the second name. And the second name was Michael Capay. And I said, okay. And I called him in pursuit of trying to find a solution to the leak in the building. We had large containers. It was embarrassing to have company. And you're supposed to invite the community in and share what you had, but we had very little to share. And, but what we had, they could have willingly. I called Mr. Michael Capay, and it was like I was led to do that by the divine. That's how I feel. And he responded immediately. He heard my story. He's a good listener. He was recommended as being a benevolent, kind, caring, but professional. And all of his jobs he does exceedingly well. I didn't get that kind of a reference from anybody else or for anybody else. So I proceeded to contact the person that I felt that I could talk with, that could hear my story. And he listened to my story, was on time, met me in the rain. And another thing, the caring spirit, I'm an elderly senior. And he asked me, is it raining too much for you to come out today? Do you want to change it? Before I left home, and I was putting my arm in the coat, and I said, that's why we need to come, because it is raining, and we got to fix the leak in the building. So he smiled and chuckled, and he said, I'll be here. And when he got there, he first evaluates stuff. He doesn't just start fixing stuff like right now. He evaluates the problem. He said, I want to go downstairs and see the damage that it has done downstairs. And after he did that, he said, I think I know what the problem is. I'm going to go out now, and I'm going on the roof. And when he went on the roof, I could hear him moving around up there, but, I couldn't see. He came back and brought me some pictures where he had taken some shots of where the damage was. And he said, I can fix that for you. And when he came back, he told me, I'm 99.9% sure that it's not going to leak anymore. I said, if you are 99.9% sure that the leak is gone, then I say you're 99 plus 1. And he said, but this is what I want you to do. I want you to check it after a hard rain. And if you have a leak, I want an update. I want to know what's going on. And it rained. We got about 2.78% of rain in October. And it rained 3%, almost 3 inches of rain, in November, the first part of November. And I'm here to tell you, we have no leaks. We have removed the buckets. And we have a crew that's going over to the church on Saturday to polish it up and clean it up and get everything back ready for the community and the people.